Hey guys, this is Julian from the Binary Lab, and I want to quickly update you about a bunch of things. So, I want to update you about Forex Learning Group, the things we covered. What was most breakthrough? Like yesterday was I gave people a concept of how they can actually get 17% return on 2% risk per day. Okay, so I mean that's up to, but in actual application, it actually goes from between like 6 and 15% return for 2% risk per trade in a single day. So if you took like a trade, just one trade of 2% risk, you can actually get up to like 15% return a single day. So that's something like really breakthrough concept, and it's all about the stop loss, the way you set your stop loss. And one of the things is that a lot of people in this industry, like gurus, a lot of people, they cannot tell people to set stop loss that just way too big, way too generous. Last swing high, last swing low. That's just total bullshit. It doesn't have to go that much because from what I know in binary, I know that I know the way the market moves, and I know when it even goes back into the previous swing low, it's just going to continue into a range bound motion. So what's the point, right? So it saves you time, it saves you swap, and most importantly, it actually helps you to get more profitable in your forex trading. And on top of that, with a tighter stop. Okay, in the last webinar, and I was just playing that right here as well. Okay, so I'm like this is all right. So this is like a replay. It's it's just going on. This part of yesterday's webinar, I was talking about like some of the features I have in a bespoke EA that members actually receive. So it's a really cool thing. Like for example, this is a trade management EA, so you don't have to, or basically you'll be using like your own entries on the trades, but for the exit, the EA will help you get an exit based on a couple of conditions that I teach. So it's in line with the methods that I teach here in the Forex Learning Group, and at the same time, it saves you time. It's very safe. There are features like break-even stops, there are hard stops to keep you off like market events, and most importantly, I teach members how to look ahead of time. What are the things to stay away from? Yeah, hello there, and well, there's a couple of people here. Sean, Vernita, it's been a while. And by the way, are you guys all already also in my Forex Learning Group? So that's something that's open to all. Like, quite unfortunately, like binary was taken out for a couple of countries in the last couple of months, and Forex Learning Group is something that everyone from all corners of the world can basically join in. But anyway, in this video, I'm also going to be updating about the binary basic program, which is thankfully complete. Okay, so I'm going to show you that as well right here. So this is the Binary Lab basic program. I'm already logged in. It's kind of like a very Udemy style. So you can see like there's module 1, module 2, giving you an inside look what's inside. Okay, so broker selection, goal setting. I have a goal setting video that's got a very good activity that you can try out. And this is like a 1-hour activity that you can do on your own. You pause and you do it. And then we have I have some videos help you understand yourself, times to trade and times to avoid, money management, and broker interface, how to set things up, how to place and manage trades, getting a hang of the system, your first homework. And basically, this once again is the Binary Lab basic course. So I know I'm talking about this and that thing, my brain's just all over the place. Well, there's two things that everyone can get in. So people say that elite is too elite because not everyone can afford it. So there's Binary Lab basic where you can actually get for just opening a broker account and just contact the admin. You can get into this program, and there's the Forex Learning Group as well. So anyways, there's tutorials on how to use moving averages, Bollinger Bands, oscillators, and all these are like screen recordings. I've edited them to be very short, and as you can see, I mean this is how it looks like. And so there's me in the corner of the video. There's a couple of indicators on the screen. I kind of orientate you on how to use it, what each of the in this case, this is video oscillators, what each one does. There's a drop-down list as well, and you can kind of like check the ones that you've completed, and it won't allow you to do that unless you've already completed it. So it's a way of keeping track of what you've done. And now that we've checked the other section, you can basically just scroll through on this side. What's more interesting is that everyone's been chasing me in the private messages and email, and where's all the bonuses? So the bonuses are here. Okay, I've created a lot of bonuses. Like the bonuses basically are MT4 based. It kind of shows you how to. I mean, you can mark it as completed, and basically now I've marked that as completed, and it's gonna refresh the screen. It's gonna show as complete, and then show you how to set up the workspace, how to install indicators, and what all these indicators do, and how the. I also have. I mean, what's more interesting than all these indicators is that some of these indicators, as you know, they are readily available on the market. There's nothing new or breakthrough. But what is really lacking is a lot of people don't actually teach you how to use these indicators properly. Properly is one thing, but in a way that works for binary, that's another thing altogether. So what I have here is ways that I combine these indicators with other indicators in a way that makes sense and helps you to actually get a winning strategy. You can literally use some of these concepts right away, plug and play, or you can actually use the principles that I teach to kind of formulate your own strategies as well. I teach you how to combine them with different indicators, and a lot of the time I will tell you, let's say this is the ZZ Semaphores indicator. People used to think this is like some kind of a holy grail, but I don't think it lives up to the hype. However, it is quite a powerful indicator if you use it in the right way. So I teach you how to use that the right way as well in this program. There's a supply and demand indicator, for instance. This is another kind of a holy grail type indicator. There's the holy channels, holy channels. Some people call it the MBFX channels. It's not so much about what these indicators. It's not so much about what these indicators are, but it's more like how you use them, and I teach you how to use them in a way that makes sense and is profitable for binary. Most of the time, there's a lot of like gurus and stuff who will teach, once it enters the levels, you quickly do a reversal trade. It doesn't work that way. I mean, if it works that way, everyone would be rich, and it wouldn't be here looking for solutions. And that's what exactly everyone on my page is doing. I mean, you follow me because you look for solutions, isn't it true? So the whole point of this program is to kind of basically help you stop that endless browsing for solutions and basically give you something that works. Okay, so but in that basics, that's something that works right there. And over here in the what do you call that? I've just uploaded a video, and this basically is a video for. I'm going to show you. It's a whole collection actually. So this is, okay, I want to just thumbnail this. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of videos, topic videos and replays, all hosted on Vimeo, high quality. And the best part, it's not like they're going to get taken down because someone got my channel flagged on YouTube. It happened before. And this is the one that I most recently uploaded over here. So in this video, for instance, this was actually yesterday's, and I was teaching people about the stop loss concept, and how to set your stop loss is really, really tight. And the interesting thing that people don't know is like how you can really boost your ratio. So I gave people simulations of how by using a tighter stop loss, you can actually increase your profit to loss ratio from 2 times to 1. Sorry, from 2 to 1 to as much as like 5 to 1, 6 to 1, 9 to 1 as well. I taught people the concept of exiting at different time frames. So it's really next level stuff. And the best part is like because Forex is a new program that I've started, well, I actually wanted to kind of like, as usual, spoil the market, right? Spoil the market with concepts that no one else teaches, provide you with support that no one else provides. I mean, most of the time you just pay for some stupid program on ClickBank or like ClickSure, and if it works, that's one thing. Most of the time it doesn't. And if you need some support, you probably never get a response. So here on the other hand, there's weekly webinars and there's a chat group. So you can always talk to a human person. And once a week, I do like a webinar where you can ask questions. More importantly, like when I'm teaching, you can actually ask stuff, and you can clarify that what you understand is correct. So, I mean, like, I think a lot of people were very, very happy with the concepts I gave, because, like, I think one of the main things is that in Forex, too many people, they stop their wins too early, and they let their losses run for too long. So a lot of people have this problem that when they see my concepts of trading Forex, they're just not used to having such big profit to loss ratios, and they tend to maybe a lot of people may be tempted to close their trades way too early, and that becomes a problem. When you close your trades too early, you don't enjoy the profit to loss ratios, and on top of that, you also kind of like affect the whole percentage of accuracy that you need to be overall profitable. So a lot of people tend to say that, let's say if you're 3-to-1, if your profit to loss ratio is 3-to-1, you can be simply like 40% profitable, and you're still going to be making money. And in some cases, you're going to be making a lot of money. But if you have a higher accuracy, if you have a higher win rate, okay, I teach people to cut the losses really short, really early, because in binary we know this. In binary we know this, that okay, if it goes sideways, it's a failure. If it doesn't go anywhere, it's a failure. If it goes just one pip in the other direction, sometimes when we get like the price being a stalemate, we get a stalemate situation a lot, right? So if it goes like, if it seems that it's going our way, but in the end it finishes in the opposite direction, it's a lost trade. No matter how close it was, it means nothing. And using these concepts in Forex, that is the breakthrough, because I think that everyone who's had a bad experience in Forex will like binary, and everyone who's done binary, when they go to Forex, you have that winning edge because you know a lot more about price action. In binary, we're always exploiting price action, but in Forex, we're actually trying to catch all the bull runs and all the bear runs, and I give you the tools exactly how to do that. So there's a lot to learn, there's a lot to relearn, and what I try to do is I try to repeat and repeat and repeat, the concept of profit to loss ratio, because this way I want to get people used to having these big profit runs, because so many people, they just make it so difficult, and gurus, one guru is trying to displace a previous guru by saying that his method's better, blah blah blah, but ultimately when they try to sell their methods, they try to make it sound very difficult. In order for someone to receive a big profit, they try to make it sound as though that some secret sauce is really required. Well, it's not a secret sauce that you need. It is not difficult at all, but what you need is a real mindset shift. And the cool thing is also that in my previous videos, I've also been talking about mindset shifts. I try to do this like very multi-angle, and even on a personal basis, I think the change starts with you, and in this case, the change starts with me as well. So for me, I'm constantly listening to like delta wave music, theta wave music, kind of reprogram my brain. I'm very into binaural tracks that help to, like, there are tracks that are coded with isochromic tones to kind of like gear you towards success and prosperity, abundance thinking. And it's interesting because the people who follow the advice that I give, sorry, those who follow that, just want to clear my throat. This mode. Okay, so the people who follow the advice on the kind of music tracks to listen to, they'll actually notice that what I speak is totally believable, it's totally practical, but but for those who don't, they will still think that this sounds kind of too good to be true. How can we really do that? Well, I'm in a profit of 10 pips already. I've never been 10 pips profit in the past before on a 1 minute time frame. Should I kill this trade? No, I'll say keep it running. So one thing that if you are a member of Forex Learning Group and you're online right now, there's something. If you're watching this video right now, I wanna tell you to do this starting from today, and that is if you have any winning trades and the trades are still open, please post them in a group. Okay. Number one, it gives people inspiration to trade. Number two, at the same time, you may have a mindset problem where you may close the trade too early. So if you feel unsure about where you should close your trade, although I've already taught this, you can post your trade setup in the group. And when you've done that, you can actually ask an opinion to me or someone else in the group. Like, where do you think we should be exiting this trade? What should we do with the stop loss? Is it ready to shift yet? I mean, like, I did mention that I do have EA that has a lot of amazing features, but before you understand how to use it and before the EA is really ready, I mean, it's still beta, I'm bug testing it right now. That actually manages a lot of things, but if you know the concept behind it, then you're gonna benefit from posting your shots, checking the people in the group if your exit is correct, if you adjusted your trading stops correctly or not, and are you calculating your trades the correct way. So if you're not already in the Binary Lab Basic, well, there's no reason why you shouldn't get in. You should get in. It's simply with a broker deposit, like it's really minimum. It's like $250. You can get in. Forex Learning Group, I believe it's at 500 or more for a Forex account open through Binary Lab. You can get in as well. And if you're confused on what to get in, well, just join both. But honestly speaking, if you don't know where to start, I suggest you start with binary, and then you do Forex afterward. If Forex is not available for you, then do Forex, then do the Forex Learning Group. Yeah, so that's what I recommend for you. And once again, thanks for all your support. And if you have any questions, if you're in the groups, there are channels for you to ask. And I want to see you guys on the webinar as well. Bye for now.